This is Bam's Stonefly nymph. This is a great heavy pattern that'll really anchor your rig. Let's get tying. We're going to start off with Firehole Sticks 551 in a size 10 in the vise. This is the Saluda Insta Jig, 3.3mm tungsten bead, and some Veevus 10-aught in fluorescent orange, the best thread color there is. We're just going to get this attached quickly here and get this Insta Jig bead to sit correctly here. Just build a little thread dam behind it. And then get that thread all the way back to the bend. Back here, we're just going to tie in some Sili legs. Just going to come in here to make this tail. Try to keep things almost like a biot tail. Keep things kind of on each side of the hook. What we are going to do is we're going to add some Veevus Pearlescent Tensil black, size large. We're going to add this because these Stonefly nymphs, they don't just have all one color body. They really, and a lot of the nymphs that we tie, the top of the nymph body is a darker color than the underside. So when they're clinging onto rocks and stuff, what's actually being shown to the world is the top of the nymph, more camouflaged with the surroundings. So just as an attempt at something a little bit more natural and to give this some flash, we're going to put this, now that we got that holographic tinsel tied in, we're going to come in and get a rib material in. This is in Brassie sized and hot yellow color. Give us a nice segmented body. For the dubbing on this fly, we're using Dave Whitlock's SLF pattern blends. This is in the golden stone nymph color. So we're just going to come in here, grab a small clump of dubbing. So out of this small clump, when we go to dub our thread, we're just going to come in here and take an even smaller amount of dubbing and get this on our thread. This will help you really keep a thin dubbing noodle. Now that we got that dubbing noodle, you kind of like to just hold all those legs and that flash out of the way, get a nice wrap there at the back. Tiny bit more to finish off. Then I'll take that holographic tinsel, capture it here, keeping it nice and centered on the top there. Now we'll get a nice ribbing across all of this. when you're tying off that wire, a couple wraps behind, a couple wraps in, or a wrap in front, and then back with another wrap, and you can helicopter that off pretty easy. Now that you got that all tied off, if you want, now is a good time to come in, just give a couple brushes on each side here. You want to kind of get a little bit of bugginess. What I do now is hold this holographic tinsel over, wrap back. I also come in and bring in some thin skin. So this will be the wing case. So I get this wrapped in, trying to keep that everything centered. That could have been a little bit further over to the other side. No. Now that our thin skin wing case is tied in, we're going to go back to these Sili legs. These are going to be our legs up the front of the fly. Just be patient with the Sili legs. They can sometimes kind of be all over the place. Try to get behind them. Now we're going to come back to our dubbing. Now we can get a nice thorax built up here. Again, just try to keep a nice thin dubbing noodle. And just take your time working around all these legs. You're wrapping a thorax when you have rubber legs in the way, it can be a little bit of a chore. That's okay. Take your time. You get a thorax that you like. Then we can bring that wing case up and over. Time to trim that silly leg so he's out of the way. That wing case where you like it. Try to hold all these back. Nice couple wraps there. Get your flash up and over. And a couple nice tight wraps. I like to bring all of the materials back. Wraps in front. I think that helps lock in these wing case. Here, secure down those tag ends, and with fluorescent orange thread, always make a nice little hot spot collar. Now we can just whip finish this. cut our legs to length. About there for our tails. For the legs, grab all of them. Let the tension off of them. Give them a cut, and then you can come in here. Give them a little bit more of a trim if you don't like the length. So you get something about like that. So if you learned something today from this tie, go ahead and give this video a like. And if you want some more fishing content, fly fishing content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.